geniuses, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to build the Beechcraft 1900d. Now if you go on my channel and you look at my most popular videos or one of my oldest videos, I've already built the Beechcraft 1900d. However, that design is 5 years old and it's completely outdated. So I went ahead and redone it, and this is what the end result looks like. So this plane is more in scale now with my other builds. It's a 2:1 scale. And it's also much bigger and more detailed looking than that one. So when this video is uploaded, I won't take the video down because it is a pretty popular video that I have and I don't want to remove it. But what I will do is I will first of all actually change the title of that video saying outdated, and I'll be linking this one into that tutorial, so you can go from that video and check out this one. So that's kind of how I'm going to do it. So anyways, a little bit about the Beechcraft. It was a little regional airliner developed in like the 1980s, and it's basically just for very very short haul flights, like literally from like one airport to another, but that's a very short distance. Like this is even smaller than a regional jet. I think it's more of a trying to think of the word. I don't remember exactly what the type of plane this is. I know it's something like a regional jet, but it's smaller. Well, it's actually not even a jet. This is a turboprop aircraft. But yeah, I believe it is a regional plane. It's like what the Dash 8s are for and everything. And I'm talking about the Q400s and everything. So, but anyways, so let's actually go over dimensions really quickly. I'll show you that before we check out the actual layers and how we're going to do this tutorial. So, as I mentioned before, it is a 2:1 scale. It is 35 meters long, 41 meters wide, and that's from basically the entire width of the plane. So from the wing here to the wing tip here, and it is 12 meters high, and that's to the top of the tail. So if I go over the layers, now the way I go about doing commercial planes, and probably the easiest way for me to design these things, is I build the whole fuselage first, then I put the tail on, the rudder on, and then I finish up with the wings and the engines. So that's exactly how we're going to do this tutorial, because it'll be easier for me to design it and to build it. And the most complex part of this tutorial will be the wings. And the engines are also they're not too complex, but there is a lot to them. There's a lot of detail onto them, so that's why we're going to do that at the very, very end, and then we're going to end off by I'm going to show you the interior, because there is a full interior for this aircraft. So, but anyway, so here's what we're going to be building first. This is what the first layer will look like. This is what the second one will look like. The third. So you can kind of see it builds up pretty nicely, and then we get to this stage. And then what we're going to do at this stage is I'm going to put on the tail wings, like the T-tail. And then this is the plans for the wings. So I completely have separated the wings off the plane. And this is what they kind of look like all together. And then this is the parts we're going to be building the wings in. So this is going to be the first part. And the engine will also be placed onto when we do this part. And then this is just the tip of the wing. So, but yeah, so that's basically how this tutorial will be laid out. So if you do want to build it, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need black wool, buttons, cobblestone wall, white wool, quartz stairs and quartz slab, black stained glass, nether brick slab, cobblestone stair, and a stone slab. If there's any other materials, I will mention it later on. Now, I also do want to mention before we get started, this is a blank white design. Now, there would have been airlines that would have operated this type of plane, but in the future, I will be actually doing some airline livery tutorials and show you how to put them on this aircraft here, and also many others that I have coming up. So stay tuned for that. But this is just going to be a blank white airplane. So you can what you can also do is you can also put your own design on it if you want to. If you want to make up your own airline, you can do that. And if you want to like customize the colors, you can also do that as well. So, and it also just makes it easier for me to build it completely white. So anyways, let's go over here and we will begin. Okay, so to get started, you are going to place a black piece of wool, and you are going to put buttons on the sides, and then you're going to place one cobblestone wall going up like this. You're going to place a white wool block on top. You're going to place a stair, and then counting this, you're going to go back 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then you are going to come back to the front, and you're going on the fifth block, you're going to have another run. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the fifth one, this is going to go all the way down, but missing 2 blocks on the end. And then you're going to put a 1 here. This is going to go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then on the other side, you are just going to have this going all the way down till you hit 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should just look like that. And there is some slabs we do gotta place. So I will go look at the placement of the slabs and we'll put those in. Okay, so for the first thing, we're gonna place some upside down stairs. You're just gonna have 2 right here, and then you're gonna have 1, 2 slabs, and 1, 2. So I've just noticed that on this part, it's actually a 3. So you're gonna delete this part, the back one here. So it should just be a 2 and a 2 at the end. You're going to place a slab in here, here, on the end, here, and there. So right here, you're going to place 6 stairs, but the 6th one's going to be turned. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And they're going to have 1, 2, 3 slabs, and I just want to make sure. 2 slabs. Okay, so you're going to have 2 slabs right at the end of this. So then on the other side, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 ones turned, and then 2 slabs here. And that finishes the first layer. Okay, so now for the next part, you are going to place a stair right on top of the upside down stair we placed last time, and then you're going to have a 1, and then you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to have 1 more coming out, and this is going to go all the way back until it's 2 blocks over, just like this. And they're going to have a 1, 2, 3, and then a 2 right on the end. And you're going to have to fill up that part as well. So you're going to do the same thing for this side. You're just going to drag this all the way down. Just remember it's a 3 in the front, 2 over, and then a 3 like that. So in terms of slabs, if we just look over here, there's just slabs at the very back. There is 2 slabs. You're going to have 2 slabs here, 1 slab here, 1 here, 1 there, and 2 here. And if we just go double check, yep, we did it right. So that's how it should look. And also I have no idea why there's a hole right here. So what you're going to do now is fill this in. We will get to this part here. This is actually the floor for the cockpit. So we'll put that in like later on. But right now, just basically fill in your entire floor, because that's where this is going to be. And then we'll get up to actually building the next part of the plane. Okay, so for the next part, you're going to come to the front. You're going to you're going to leave this block here. You're going to place 1 slab right here. Place a stair, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3. You're going to make a T shape. So it should look like this. And then you're going to place 1 block here. This is going to go all the way down until it is 1 past. And then you're just going to place a 2, and then a 2 at the end. You do the same thing for the other side. So 1 pass, and then 2 like that. And then on the back, you're just going to put slabs going right at the back. I just want to make sure that's right. Yes, it is. And then at the front, you're going to place a slab in here. If I just take a look, yeah, slab in here. You're going to place a stair here, and then a slab just like this. So this will be the start of the actual interior of the plane, like where it's going to be. So I do want to show you some layouts of the interior, because there are actually some internal structural parts that will go in with this. So we'll put that in now, and then we will get on to the next part. Okay, so just for a quick little detail, this is going to be for the cargo hold of where it's located. You're going to come to the back where you got this 2 here. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this will make your cargo hold right here. Because on these small planes, the cargo hold would be located at the very back, because there's obviously no room underneath the fuselage. Like larger commercial airliners have the cargo underneath the passenger deck, but because this is a small little plane, they put the cargo right at the back here. So yeah, and also for the cockpit, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and you're going to place one here and one there. Actually, no, it's going to be one more in. So it should just look like this. So you should just have a 2, like a 2 by 3 in the front. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the door on, and then we'll just work on the layer with the windows, and the cockpit will be put in as well. Okay, so now to place the cockpit windows, you're going to come right to the front where we got this 3. You're going to place 3 black stained glass. You can also use just normal glass if you want to. I like the black stained glass to kind of make it look different from the passenger windows. So you're going to place, one window on each of the sides, and then you're just going to grab your white wool. This is going to go all the way down until it's one past here. You're going to place one here, and then 1, 2, 3 on the back. And then on the other side, you're going to do the same thing. And then you are going to place one right there. And I just want to make sure that that is correct. Yes, it is. And then you are going to place one slab here. And I don't think that's right. I think the slab, let me go check for a second. This is going to happen a lot. I need to go back and forth. So this is where we are here. Oh, okay, there's no slab. Okay, so I had it right the first time. So this is right. This is correct. And then what you're going to do is you are going to build up your cargo hold, and you're also going to put build up this and build up this area. And you can also build these up to your cockpit walls. Now I'm going to show you the interior at the very, very end, and you can see how I placed everything. So, anyways, now let's go cut the windows out, the passenger windows. Okay, so I've noticed I've made a slight mistake. This cargo wall is actually one too large, so you're going to put your wall right here. You're going to end it here, so you should have a 3 gap in it. And then right here, you can place a button. You're going to place a button like right on where we got this one slab here. So now, for the cabin windows, well, first we're going to place the door in. So you're going to go 2, and you're going to place your door right here. So it's literally 2 blocks from the glass here. You might as well just place a door in to get access to your cockpit. And then you're going to skip 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it should end right where the cargo hold is. And then this is going to go on the other side, but you're going to not put a window here, but you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're just going to put your glass in between here. So there you go. There's your windows. So now we just got to basically put the roof on the plane, and then we'll build the tail, and then we got the wings. Okay, so I've actually noticed that I've made a little bit of errors on this plane when I was counting. So, but one of the first things there is, I did double check, there actually is a window right across from the door. So you're going to place that in first. So if we come to the back, where I have this 3 at on the second layer that we did, this is actually supposed to be a 4. So you're going to place one more block to make it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to place another block here for the 2. You're going to place a slab back in here. And then you are going to place one more block going out with a slab just like that. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the second layer that we placed. Yeah, so there should be a 4, like from this slab here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a slab, a 1 block, slab, and then another 1 block here. And then you are going to grab this piece, like where you got this row of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're going to make this 7. You're going to place one more just like that. So yeah, I apologize about that mistake, but I went and double checked, and I couldn't. I knew I was doing something wrong, but I couldn't figure out what it was. So I finally did figure it out. So now we can get on to putting the roof in. Okay, so for the next part, you are going to come right to the back. You're going to place one block like this, out like this, And then this is going to be 12 altogether. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it should end right where the cargo hold ends, or like begins. And then you're going to count in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you're going to place 2 blocks right here. So it makes like a little T shape. Kind of what we did on the front over there as well. And then you're going to place a slab in here. And then you're going to skip 1. And then this slab is going to go all the way around the plane. So it's going to cover all this. It's going to cover 3 here. And you're going to put this all the way down. Right up till here. And then you are going to go on the upper portion of the block here. You're going to place slabs like this. And it's going to come all the way around. Now there is going to be a gap you're going to have to leave in the middle. So this is, if we just go double check, we'll check with this one. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you're going to fill in 1, 2, and 3. So just basically right over your cockpit. You're going to double slab this part. So it creates like this little wall. And then you're going to place, you're going to then grab this straight down. And you're going to leave this hole in the middle of it. This is going to be for this upper portion of the slabs here. So you're just going to connect it just like this. And that basically finishes parts of the roof, a part of it. So now we're going to put in the tail. And then we'll put in the upper portion of the roof to finish it off. And then we'll put the T-tail on. Okay, so for your tail, what you're going to do, or for the rudder I should say, you're going to come right to the back. You're going to place 1 slab here. Then you're going to grab your blocks, and it's going to be, you're going to go 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then with this bottom one, you're going to add 11. 1, 2, 3, counting this one actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it should end just right here. You're going to grab your slabs, and this is going to go in the lower portion of the block. And then you're just going to cover the rest of your roof, just like this. And then you are just going to go 1, so that's 2. So you're actually going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is just going to be a step pattern going up until you have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to grab your quartz stairs, and these are going to go all the way down to here, and you're going to have 1 slab right there. So now we'll put the ailerons at the very top. Okay, so for these little wings here, you're going to come right to the back of the plane, where you got this 1 and then the long section where the windows are, right at the end. You're going to place 1 block here. And I just got to remember, it's on the lower part. So on the lower part of the block, you're going to put 2 slabs here. You're going to go 2, and then a 2. And that's literally it. So coming to the other side, you're going to go 1, 2, and then 2, and then a 2. So just like that. So that's the pattern here in case you want to see it. So that basically finishes the entire fuselage of the plane. So now we get on to probably the most complicated part of it, and that's going to be the wings. So let's get started on that. Okay, so before we get started on the wings, I just noticed something. There's 2 slabs here. This should actually just be a 1. So yeah, just fix that. And something just didn't look right as I was looking at it. So now we'll get to the wings. Okay, so for the wing sections, this is going to be the most hardest part of the tutorial. It's probably going to be also hard for me to explain it to you, how to actually do this. So, the wings will be divided into 2 parts. So we're going to build just this part of the wing first. And we'll also build the engines with it. And then, after we do this part, we're going to do this part. This part is not that bad. It's actually more this part that's hard, because you can see kind of all the blocks or the slabs that are being used. So this part is not too bad, but it's mostly, this is the most complicated section. And then the engines, they might be slightly easier to do, but I'll try my best to explain it as best I can. Now, what I'm planning to do with these wings is I'm only going to build one wing on one side of the plane. Now, the reason for this is because, one, it's going to already be difficult for me to explain it, so I don't want to have to kind of explain it twice of how to do it. And second, it will cut this video by short by quite a few minutes as well, because I don't want this to be like an hour-long tutorial. So there's two options that you guys can have. So my first option is to, once I build one wing, so you build the one wing on one side, and then you rewind it and rewatch this part to build the other side wing, because they're literally both the exact same. Or, what you can also do is, once I explain one section, so like let's say, like for this part, let's say I say place a 3, like place 3 slabs, and then a 2 on the ends or so. So once you do that on one side, pause it, and then do it on the other side, and every time I explain something, like explain how to, like a section, you are going to do it on one side, pause it, and then copy it onto the other side. So if that makes sense of how I explained it, then that's how you should probably think about doing it. I would recommend, if you wanted to ask my opinion, if I was doing this tutorial, I would probably build one wing first, and then rewind the video and rewatch it again to build the other side. So, but that is exactly what we're going to do here, and then that will pretty well finish the aircraft. Okay, so for the wing, you are going to come right to where we have these three blocks here. On the upper portion of the block, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to place 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to go 1, 2, and yeah, so we're going to make this 3, so it's actually counting this one. And then you are going to also, then you're going to go in by 1, and then you're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you are going to double all these slabs up here. And another slab you'll be needing is stone bricks. So if we come over here, I'll just show you what we need these for. So these are for flaps. These are kind of for like the flaps. So that's kind of the best way I can simulate it on this plane. So you're just going to start by placing 2 of them right here, and then you're going to add another block here. So you should have a run of 1, 2, 3, 4. And just to double check, I'm going to be having to do this a lot for this part, especially going back and forth, because I need to make sure that this is correct, because I'm sure you guys want this to be exactly like this. You don't want me to mess up at all. So yeah, so we did get it right. And then you are going to place 1 more slab here. So now for the start, for the kind of the start of the engines, you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. And then with a quartz stair, you're going to put 1 right here. And you are going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to skip a space, and 1, 2, 3. And then place another quartz stair like that. And then there is going to be a block down here with a quartz slab right here. So it should just even out with the stairs, the slab. And I'm just trying to really look at, I'm trying to look at this so I can get this right. And then you're going to go 1, 2, 3 with your stairs. So 1, 2, and 3. Oops, 3. So it should just overhang by 1. 1, 2, 3, like that. And if I just go back, okay, so there's going to be another double slab on this, and you're actually going to place a double slab here. So it's a 3 slab, and then you're going to place a double slab over on top of this. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to finish out the engines, because then it will make the wing will probably get a little easier once all the engines are in, like once the engine's in, and then we'll just do the outer part of the wings and the winglets, and then we should be finished. And then we'll do all the final details on the wings as well, like this nether brick part as well. So if you're getting this far, you guys are doing really, really well, because this is going to be a pretty tricky part, and just be prepared to mess up a little bit, okay? So, but just follow along. I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can, so you guys will have this as your end result. Okay, so for the engines, you're going to come up where we place this block right here. This white block, you're going to place a black block over it. This is going to be for your intake for the engines. And then right on top of that, you're going to place a block of iron, and you're going to come out by 3, not counting this one. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to put a cobblestone stair. This is for the cowlings for the propellers. And then you're going to make this 5 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to add one more. You're going to add a cobblestone wall. And if I just go double check, there is going to be a stone slab right here. And then you're going to place cobblestone stairs, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to have another stone slab here. And then you're going to come to the other side, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to place another stone slab there. And then right on top, you're going to go 1, 2, and 3 slabs. So right here, you're going to grab your buttons, and you're just going to place 2 buttons on each of the sides like that. And then you're going to grab some mossy cobblestone wall, and you're going to put each on each side right here. So these are actually the actual exhaust pipes. So you're going to put them right here. And you're going to place a button on top of that, and I just want to double check if there's one underneath it. Yes, there is. You're also going to place a button underneath it. So now we're going to place the landing gear. So if you come right to the inside of this, you're going to place cobblestone wall. You can use mossy cobblestone if you want, or you can even use fence posts or nether brick fence posts or whatever. I like to use cobblestone wall because it's slightly thicker, and I think it looks a bit better than fence posts. So you're just going to come right on this iron. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. Oops, 3. And this is going to go all the way to the ground. You're going to place a black block, 2 black blocks on each side. And then you're just going to place you're going to place buttons on it. So that basically finishes the engine, and the only other thing we're going to do, but we're going to do this at the end, we're going to place the actual rotor blades, like the propeller blades on them. But I think what we're going to do first is we're going to finish the rest of the wing, and then we'll put this on at the very, very end. And I just noticed there is another button on top. So right here, there's going to be another button here and one more underneath. So there is your engine. So now we'll get to the rest of the wings. Okay, so for the next part of the wings, you are going to come right here where you got this one block. So right where you got this slab here, you're going to make this 3. So counting this 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to grab your stone brick slabs and go 1, 2, 3. Right here is going to be a double slab, and you're going to place another double slab here. And then you're going to go 1, 2, and then a 1. And actually, this is just going to be, there's no double slab. Actually, no, there is, because you're going to double this up. So never mind about that. But you are going to have this kind of pattern, a little mini step pattern going underneath. And then this is going to go 1, 2, 3. And then you're just going to connect it right into here. And then fill that in. So that finishes that beginning part of the wings. I'm not going to go over there, but you've seen it before, the part where I show you. And then now we'll do the second part, which is a little easier. I'll just make sure I did all this part right, and then we'll get on to the next part of the wings. Okay, so for the outer part of the wings, you're going to come right to where we last put some blocks. You're going to put 1 slab on top, and then this is going to go out by 1 more, and then 1 back. So this is going to create like this L-shape pattern. You're going to add 2 more to the 2 here, so it's going to become 4. And then right underneath here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have you're basically going to double this up. And then right in between here, you're going to add 2 stone brick slabs here to finish up the flaps. And then coming right here, you're going to have a 2 and then a 1, just like that. So, oh, and then actually, we're not done just yet. There's going to be a 2 up here. So now we are finished that little section. I'm kind of breaking this down into little sections here, so it just makes it easier for you to do it. So let me just show you the shape that I have. So this is the shape here from different angles, so you can kind of see in case you got confused. Again, you can rewatch this part to make sure that you've done it right. And I gotta make sure I did it right too. So now we'll get on to the next part. Okay, so for the last part of the wings, this is actually going to be the easiest part. So you've kind of if you've gotten this far, you've passed the most complex parts of the wings. So now you're going to place 1 here, and this is going to be a 2. Then right on top of it, you're going to double the slab. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then you're going to place 2 slabs just on the bottom part of the double slab you made. And then you're going to go 1, 2, just like that. Like you're going to place 1, 2 here. And then, so we're basically right here now. This is where we are right here. And now you're just going to come up by 1. And you're going to have your slabs like this. And then you're going to come up by 1 more, and you will need to replace that slab. And then you're going to place 1 more like that. Then you're going to place a quartz stair right here for the winglets. And there is your wing. Now the only other detail we need to place is this nether brick going all across, the nether brick slab. So I'll show you how to do that quickly. And then we'll just put the propeller on. So if, like I mentioned earlier, if you have any difficulties with these wings, rewatch the whole wing part so you can do it again. And you can also rewatch the part again to build the other side of the wing. So you can kind of see how long that took to build and also how complex it was. So that's why I did not want to do the same thing on the other side, because I probably would have messed up even more with it. This was already a real pain to record and to actually see all the way the slabs go. It took me several takes to get this wing right. So, but anyways, now we'll get on to placing the nether brick slabs, and we'll put the props on, and that will finish the build. Okay, so the nether brick slab part is very easy. All you're going to do is, where you got this, you're just going to replace the inner, like basically, well, the outer edges, like all this part here, the outer edge of the wing, all nether brick. So I'm just going to do it, and you guys can just follow along. So you're going to delete these 2 and replace these 2 with nether brick slabs. And then you're going to replace this double slab with nether brick. You're going to cut these 2 and place nether brick slabs here. You do the same with this one and the same with this one. And then you're basically just destroying the very first block of this part, and you're just replacing them with nether brick slabs. So there we go. There is the whole wing completed. Now just to finish it off, you're going to place your propeller. So you're just going to do this, make an H shape, because like with this, you're going to put, well, 2 lines like that. You're going to delete the middle, and then you're going to have 2 blocks coming out like this. And there you go. There is your Beechcraft 1900d completed. Okay, so when you have the 2 wings, this is what it should look like when you are completely finished it. Now, like I said before, if you want to build the other wing, I recommend rewatching the wing part that I just did and replicate it on the other side, so then you'll have the 2 wings. So now we will, as a kind of finale of the build, we are going to explore the inside of the plane. So now this plane isn't overly spectacular on the inside. It's a very small airplane. So you're gonna I'm gonna open up this door here. So we'll go to the cockpit first. So I'll close this door. So unfortunately for the cockpit, it is extremely tight in here, and you can't really get in any levers because the glass is in the way. So yeah, you're just gonna have to work with this cockpit. It's very, very cramped. You could make it bigger, but I would not recommend it because the cabin would be smaller. So here is the cabin. So you can see all the seats down here, and it obviously in the cabin it's also extremely cramped. If you look at pictures of the interior of these things, it's extremely cramped in there. Like I wouldn't want to actually fly in one of these personally. I would probably want to fly in a if I were to fly in a regional jet, I would probably fly in like on a Q400 or a CRJ 900 probably. So, but anyways, so you got your passenger seats. This is where your cargo hold is here. And right down here is the lavatory. So this is where your little toilet is. You could detail this a lot more. I just did like a basic detail for this. And you also may want to place a new door. So if I just grab the spruce door that I had, I'm just going to place a new door into mine just right here. So I do want to actually show you one more thing. And that is to if you wanted the cargo door open. So for that, what you're going to do is where you got this part here, you're going to delete this button. You're going to delete the 3 right here. So this is like if you wanted it open. And then where these 3 slabs are, you're going to go 1, 2, and then you're just going to basically come up like that. And then right on the top, on the bottom one, you're going to place your button. So that's if you wanted your cargo door open. And also what you could do is you could delete these blocks if you wanted to make it look a bit nicer, and you could just do something like this. So there's some ideas that you can do. You can have the option then on the inside of this, maybe I don't know, you could throw in some chests and maybe a brown for like a luggage container. You can just kind of throw stuff like this, you know, double chest. So you can have something like that inside for like little luggage and stuff. But anyways, that basically finishes this tutorial. Okay guys, that finishes the Beechcraft 1900d. Hopefully you didn't find this too complicated. Hopefully I explained it well enough for you to be able to build this thing. And this should be your end result. And as you can see, compared to my old one that I originally had, this looks so much better. So what I will do is link this video inside of that one because it is one of my most popular videos. So I want people that check out that one to check this one out rather than that. But anyways, so if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, please make sure to hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of these cool, awesome builds. And if you have any build requests, let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.